Today I'm going to show you how to spawn a node balancer from the analytics dashboard. First thing we do is we spawn up a master server, and then from here we go over to the node balancer button on the right. We'll click that, and once here you have four options to choose from. There is the manual choice, the automatic choice, the fleet choice, and the fleet recommendation. The manual choice option, all it is you select an instance type that you want your node balancer to be, and then every single node that the node balancer spawns will be that type. So say I select C4 large, every node balancer spawn node will be a C4 large. If I select automatic choice, the node balancer will spawn a node that best fits my job. And the fleet choice is similar to the manual choice, but instead of only choosing one instance type, you can select multiple. And the fleet recommendation is the same, where you can select multiple instances, but you actually put in your instance specs and it'll give you a recommended list of instance types to choose from. For this video, we're going to stick with the automatic choice. So we'll select our subnet, our instance reservation, and our instance image. And down here is the advanced options for the node balancer. There's the soft limit, which is just the maximum amount of nodes that the node balancer can spawn. So I'll just leave that at 10. Then there's the poll timer, which is how often a node balancer will poll and queue new nodes. Right now I have it at 1 minute. And this is the check timer. This is how long in minutes that the node balancer will wait to check on an instance. Then there's the idle timer. This is how long the node balancer will let a non-busy node go for before it terminates it. Right now I have it at 2. And you can actually set the default for these options inside of your profile. So we're going to spawn this node balancer up. So as you can see, the node balancer is on. So next thing we need to do is we need to spawn some jobs and show that nodes actually spawn. So I'm going to go to the web UI, and I already have a web UI, a VS Code web UI created. So I'm just going to open the link to that. And up here I have an example job, the test.sh. All it does is sleep for 100 seconds and then it echoes hello into a text file. For now, we're just going to stick with this simple job for tutorial sake. So I have this test script inside this tutorial folder, so I'm going to cd into that folder. And from here, I'm going to start the job with the command qsub. So qsub./test.sh. I'll submit that, and one job has been submitted, and we could actually confirm that with qstat. So qstat's up, and you can see that there is a job running. So now we'll go to the dashboard and see that a node balancer node has been spawned. And as you can see here, a t3.small server has been spawned by the node balancer. Now while we wait for this node to spawn up completely and run the job, I want to point out one thing. So this T3 small, this node balancer spawn node, is a spot instance and not a demand instance. So there is a chance that AWS will terminate the spot instance if a demand server needs that reservation. Now it's not common for a T3 small to get terminated by AWS for that reason, but in the case that it does happen, I want to point out that your job progress will not be lost. If AWS terminates your spot instance server, the node balancer is actually going to spawn a new node, and it's going to transfer the job over to the new node, so no data is lost and the job progress is not lost. Okay, so the server has been up for a few minutes. We're going to actually go over to our web UI and see if the job is still running. So qstat, and you can see that the job has finished. Qstat, there are no jobs still running. We can go back to the dashboard, and after a few minutes the poll timer will kick in and this server will actually be terminated by the node balancer, so we can wait for that. So I refreshed and you can see that the T3 small has been terminated. This was not by me, this is all done through the node balancer, so I could have did this, walked away from my computer, came back, and all of this was done. So it's really cool that the node balancer does this for us. It saves us time and money, and it just overall makes the process easier. Now one more thing I want to point out, you don't have to wait for the node balancer to kick in and spawn up some nodes. While the node balancer is on, you can still add a new node on your own. So I'll just go with the simple choice, select C4 large, spot instance, and I'll click launch. We'll go back to the dashboard, and you can see that the node is spawning up manually. This is not a node balancer node, this is a node that I spawned myself. And at any point you can change your node balancer options here. You can go to edit node balancer. So if at any point I want to change anything about my node balancer, I'm on the automatic choice. Say I want to change subnets, I'll just click that and click edit and change it up, and it's now changed. Now once you're done with the node balancer, you click this button over here to turn it off. So I'll click that and it'll prompt us to make sure we want to do that. I'll click OK. Now one thing I want to point out is if you have any node balancer spawned nodes and you turn off the node balancer, all of the node balancer spawn nodes will automatically terminate. And that is how you operate the node balancer on the CastFS Plus Cloud Tools platform.